Okay. Hi, beautiful souls. So I just wanted to hop on really fast and do some readings. I want to start doing these more often. So what I've been drawn to kind of read on are ways that you can heal or foster healing for the rest of the month of October in the year 2018. So what I'm going to do is it's going to be a pick a card. So I'll give you like a few minutes or a few seconds to pick a number between 1 and 7. I decided upon 7, so that's what I'll be doing. In the meantime, while you're picking the number, so just go, so whatever number pops into your head first, that's the number you should go with. Between 1 and 7. I already shuffled up the cards a little bit earlier. So I have like a way that I wanted to do this. I wanted to do, I'm using the Energy Oracle deck. Whoops. The Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck. And then I have a few bonus decks that I'll be using. I thought about pre-shuffling them, but then I don't know. I thought maybe it would be better if you guys saw me shuffle the cards. I don't know why. So again, this is what do you need to do to heal, or what needs to happen in order for you to heal for the rest of October 2018. And in the meantime, I am certainly getting these cards going. So, in a way, I'm working on my healing today, too. And more so self-care. Because in a little bit, I'm running off to the movies. I'm still pretty bad at getting to movies like the Oscars. Every year, it never fails. The people that actually win the Oscars, I haven't seen any of their movies. So I'm trying to go to the movies more. Just like do more things for myself, take up some more time instead of just feeling like I'm doing work the entire week. Which I don't mind to a certain degree, but I'm the type of person I enjoy having fun. And I don't know how you guys feel, but the transition to fall has been like a little bit, every year around this time, like, it's just really tough for me. Even though technically I feel like my life doesn't really change much throughout the year. I pretty much have the same routine, but when it starts to get nicer during the spring and certainly in the summer, I do notice like a boost in mood. Alrighty. So by now, I'm assuming you have your numbers picked between 1 to 7. So if you pick the number 1, I'm about to read for you right now. Alright, so okay, this is good. So in order for you to, number 1s, so within the month, so I guess like, mid-October to end of October 2018. 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron is coming up. So that is your third eye. So what I'm picking up for that is listening to your intuition more. Really have to trust that gut instinct that's coming through. So whether that means like meditating more, working on your intuition, whatever you feel will be best. And then also, so for those that just joined, this is a pick a card type reading. And right now I'm talking about the numbers 1, and I'm going to go through number 1 through 7. So, Melissa, since you just popped on, think of the first number that comes to your mind within the numbers 1 to 7. That's what I want you to have in mind, because I'm about to go through them. So, good thing you just came on, because right now I just started number 1. So, in addition to working on your intuition, Also know that you're being helped. Sometimes we tend to think that we're all alone in things, or we kind of, get into the 3D earthly mode of, oh, I can take care of this myself. But know that not only, because I'm not only picking up on the fact that that you might have people around you, whether it's coworkers or like colleagues, friends, that might be able to help you out. There's also heavenly help as well. And then, so I got this new deck called the Sacred Self-Care Rituals deck. So number ones for your healing in the month of, for the rest of the month of October. A self-care thing to implement would be taking a bath. Like, I love baths. Like, ever since I remember when I used to live in a townhouse in another part of town, there was like a really nice bathtub, and I used to really take full advantage. Like, at this place, the bathtub isn't that great, so I kind of miss taking baths. So make sure whether you schedule it like once a week after work or as many times as you can, just putting in some Epsom salt as well as baking soda, coconut oil, and maybe some lavender. That'll be helpful too. And then for those that pick the number one, here's your affirmation. I bless my home with love and good fortune. I love my home and only allow the highest vibration of light and positive energy to enter. So it is. Amen. So those that pick the number two, let's see what's going on. All right. So blossoming abundance. So this season you're asked to be mindful of, even though things might not be going your way right now, or if you feel like you're kind of struggling, working hard to get through things, the abundance is on the way. So just and also maybe even going out into nature to kind of appreciate, all the beautiful things that are in the world. Sometimes when we're in nature, we feel more grounded. So that can be helpful also. That's what I'm feeling. And then also for those that pick two, in order to help your healing, self-employment is also coming through. So kind of going along with the abundance. So it says you're a born entrepreneur and your business is surrounded by magical opportunities. So whether you have a side hustle or if you're currently working on your career, kind of heal yourself by putting more fun and creative energy into your side hustle or your business. All right, two. So for your self-care, you're being asked to read, and I feel like that goes along with the self-employment card. So whether you're reading, sometimes when I read like spiritual books or like self-help books, or me, I study psychology, so like lately I've been reading, I like ordered a bunch of Carl Jung books the other night. So sometimes when we read, we feel more inspired, and it's just a nice way to unplug as opposed to like some of the other forms of like rest that are out there, like being on social media a lot and stuff. So number two's, your affirmation is, I accept my God-given innate abilities for spiritual work. So it is. Amen. So who knows, maybe some of that self-employment will come in the form of work that has to do with intuition also. All right, those that pick number three, I'm about to read right now. Okay. A man holding a coin. So I usually think of this as the King of Pentacles card. I actually think that's the correlation. So some type of money or financial gain might be along the way, or you might meet or collaborate with a man that has some financial interest in you, things like that. So that is pretty good. And it's also saying that, be kind of, getting back into your swag of being more fruitful in your work also. Another way to heal during this period is mother healing. I don't know why it always comes up backwards on the screen, but maybe because it's in selfie mode. But so it says, as your feelings towards your mother heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. So especially with all the retrogrades going on, like Venus retrograde really brings up things from the past. So sometimes that also brings up, of course, our childhoods are in our past, or our relationships with our primary caregivers. So whether you and depending on if your mom is still living or not, or if you have a relation, if you're able to talk to her or not, try to work on your relationship. But even if you don't, say you can work on the relationship with your mom within yourself. You can do self-healing work. You can journal, things of that nature. Or you can say to yourself, I'm not going to repeat patterns, because we often repeat the patterns that we've seen, whether we're conscious of it or not. And for number 3s, your self-care guidance for this period is to be still. So when I think of that, resting, grounding yourself, meditating, not involving yourself in extra commitments, just kind of relaxing and taking full advantage of this rest period. Taking care of yourself and your mind, your mental health also, is what I'm feeling. And then your affirmation, number 3s are, I allow myself to be at peace today. So it is, amen. So kind of going along with the be still card. You really want to use this time to just find the peace within yourselves, is what I feel. All right, number 4s. Adjacent possibilities. So what this card means is, you know, sometimes, like, for example, sometimes I'll go on, like, all right, I'll just tell you an example I'm thinking about. Like, when I go on trips sometimes and I'm like, I don't know if I should really be going to see this person, or I don't know what's going to happen, yada, yada, yada. It's like you're kind of already creating the narrative before it happens. Whereas when you're open to adjacent possibilities, you're open to more good things to happen while you're on that path. So instead of like caging yourself in or pigeonholing yourself, you're being asked to be more open-minded to good things that can happen. For number 4s, father healing came up. So number 3s need to work on mother healing, but number 4s, it's helpful to work on father related issues. So kind of like with number 3s, you're being encouraged to kind of just do some introspective work. Think back on things that happened in your childhood relating father figures, whether you had one or not. That can really play a role in our romantic relationships and the way that we see others in general. So kind of do that self-healing work, or if you're able to, actually try to communicate with your father more and see how you can repair that, and that'll also add to your healing. For number 4s, your self-healing guidance, your self-care guidance, I should say, is write a gratitude list. So going along with journaling, try to just write out a few of the things that you're grateful for. And I know sometimes if you're like feeling low, it's hard to do this, but maybe in the morning, if you just, even if you're unable to write it, maybe just say it to yourself when you're getting ready in the morning. Or sometimes in the morning we have the tendency, or you might have the tendency to say, oh man, like this sucks, like another work day. But you know what? You can open the windows and say, oh, it's a beautiful day outside. Or I'm glad that I have this job. Or I'm glad that I woke up in the home that I was able to wake up in. Things like that. And then your affirmation is, I'm an abundant being. I attract abundance in all forms from positive, loving sources now. So it is, amen. So just be mindful that and especially going along with gratitude, the more grateful you are, the more you tend to attract more abundance into your life. For number 5s, the garden and the gate. And this card is really pretty. It's really interesting. What I'm getting from it is the young lady in the picture, she's not even quite fully aware of the things that she has in front of her. She's kind of behind the gate, and she's like, like what is out there? There's so much out there, but I'm stuck behind here. So it's kind of like taking that extra initiative to get what you want. You're also being encouraged to dream big. Let go of small thoughts about yourself and see yourself succeeding. So letting go of that fear, getting from behind the gate, pushing yourself out there, that's how you're going to succeed in this period. Self-care things to do to manifest this are a dream journal. Our dreams are really powerful. And see, look, you got a card that said dream big, and now you're being asked to have a dream journal. So you can't make this stuff up. So when you do have a dream, as soon as you wake up, you should journal it. Me, sometimes if I'm pulling cards for myself in the morning, I'll be able to write down my dreams. But sometimes, even if you find yourself in a rush in the morning, and then like maybe if you take the train or the bus to work or something like that, type it into your phone, or if you're having your morning coffee, even if you write it down in like the notepad of your phone, at least you're documenting your dream before you have the chance to forget. It's really important. All right, and your affirmation, we're on number 5 now. I'm a healer. I trust and believe in my natural healing abilities. So it is. Amen. So believe in yourself. I'm feeling that number 5s are really struggling with kind of like the self-doubt. So you have to believe in yourself. It is possible. And even if you start small, even me pulling cards and doing this pick a card reading, that's kind of a big deal for me. This is my first time. Like, I've read on lives before, but I've never done like pick a card, and like I'm gonna be uploading this to YouTube and stuff like that. So, you know, just stepping out on faith and seeing what happens, and most likely it'll be something really good. All right. So this will be number 6. The deceit card actually came up for number 6s, but what I'm feeling is, for this period, be careful of who you're surrounding yourself with, and just making sure you're on positive people that fully support you. And also try not to tell lies to yourself, meaning sometimes we feed ourselves lies in terms of not believing in ourselves, saying that we aren't good enough, things like that. So for number 6s, I'm feeling, be careful of who you surround yourself with. Make sure you're around high vibrational people. Or if you're at work and you're around negative people, like I know sometimes I've struggled with that. As best as you can, interact with them when you have to. But then for the rest of the day, like, make sure you take breaks, even if you walk outside and grab like a cup of tea, or if you just walk outside to get some air, or if you like kind of sequester yourself a little bit, if you're working in a setting where you are allowed to have headphones in, you can do that too. Also, remember that you're a powerful healer. Keep up the great work. So I'm feeling like nurture yourself as you would nurture a child. And that will best suit you for this period. So we call it mindful self-compassion. Be very compassionate to yourself while you're being compassionate to others. So I'm feeling like boundaries need to be set so that you can feel great, while also I'm feeling that number 6s like to be around other people and helping them, but just having that boundary and just use your intuition. Sound healing is your self-care guidance for this period. So I more so use like meditation music, but I feel like sound healing is really cool. So whether you have the sound healing instruments, I guess you would say, I forget what they're called, or if you are able to, sometimes I will sleep with YouTube playlists on, like they have some YouTube playlists that play meditation music for like 9 hours so that you can sleep to it. That is really good, and it keeps negative energy away from you when you're asleep. Your affirmation is, I have the Midas touch. Everything I touch becomes a success and is filled with an immense amount of blessings and abundance. So it is. Amen. And finally, number 7s. Angel of balance. I feel like number 7s are very committed. They're very hardworking. They have a lot of like maybe people around them that need their time and attention. But you must balance all of this, because you're also an emotional and spiritual being. So if you keep doing things for the world and kind of like overcommitting yourself, stretching yourself too thin, it's really hard to be grounded, right? So focus on balancing and focusing on time management for this period. Contemplation time is coming through. Spend time alone meditating upon what you truly desire. So if you want to kind of elevate yourself out of certain spaces, use this time to contemplate, listen to soothing music, write down your thoughts. Just kind of seclude yourself for a little bit, because I'm feeling like there's a lot of overcommitting. And of course, grounding visualization came up, which kind of, for some reason, these two cards actually, let me see if you can see. They kind of look alike to me. Like the girls in these pictures kind of look alike. And the way they're sitting, kind of interesting. So just remember to ground yourself. All right. And the affirmation for number 7, my angels love and support me. So it is. Amen. So I've been really happy to do this reading for you all. I hope that it resonates. Please let me know what you think. Please let me know if there are other types of readings that you'd like for me to do. I will be linking my website and as well as my other social media accounts that you can keep in touch with me. I speak to everyone that writes to me. It's really exciting to, the last few years I've been able to build a community on social media, and it means a lot to me. So I want to make that even larger for myself and kind of get myself out there and talk to more people. So I hope you all have a beautiful day and take care. Blessings.